You can do it. I think if I had to take all of my voiceover training over the past 15 years and boil it down into one sentence, that would be it. It wouldn't be telling you, how to win an audition. It wouldn't be telling you how to set up your audio. Not that those things aren't important, but at the end of the day, if you don't think you can do it, you're not going to do it. And so this channel is really the most beneficial for those people who have already decided that they're going to make this happen one way or the other. They'll find this helpful. Hopefully, it's motivated a few of you guys who maybe were kind of on the fence, you weren't quite sure. And here in my this is my last week here on the channel. Mike Cathcart will be taking over beginning next week. And as I said several days ago, I really want to make sure that what I have to say between now and then is the most benefit that I can possibly give you. And I honestly can't think of anything more important than to convince you that you can do it. Truth is, I can't convince you all. And that's just life. And I'm sure there've been areas in my life where people try to convince me of something and I just could not envision myself doing it. I know that's happened a number of times. And so that's just the way life goes. But for those of you who, who are really listening and I think open to the idea. A lot of you guys, a number of you guys, I mean, you're already doing it, and some of you doing it at a high level. There's others who are kind of lurking around the edges who are terrified, and I get it. Absolutely. Doing anything new and exciting is terrifying because you don't know what you don't know and you haven't developed all the skills yet and you don't have the confidence yet and you should be terrified because if you're not, you wouldn't be human. That's just, that's part of growth and it's part of achieving and it's part of success is doing the things that absolutely scares the crap out of you. That's what it's all about. But on this last motivational Monday that I have with you, I wanted to once again encourage you and let you know that you can do it. I've been around voiceover long enough to know that there are plenty of people far more gifted and talented than I am that have failed miserably, who've never succeeded in voiceover. Conversely, there are plenty of people who aren't as talented and gifted as I am that have done very well in voiceover. And I say that to emphasize the point that those of you who are who are thinking that if you can just make your voice better, if you can just kind of figure out that part of it, that you're going to be okay. And that's not the key. It is really not the key. And until you come to the place where you are really convinced that A, you want to do it, and B, that you can do it. And I'm here to tell you, if you want to do it, you can do it. And I've been around long enough to know that too. Um, Not that it's easy. Not that you build a career overnight. You can get a job in the next week, but you don't build a career in a week. And if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to embarrass yourself because of your lack of knowledge, if you're willing to, and what I mean by that is if you're willing to jump into the fray, knowing that you're going to get knocked around a little bit, you're not going to be comfortable because you don't have that level of competency yet. That nobody does when they first jump in. But if you're willing to do that, then you've really got a shot at doing something special. And I just want to let you know, again, having been around as long as I have, knowing my own story and the story of many, many others that I've worked with, that you can do it. I wouldn't waste my time here if I didn't think you can. I would not get out of bed and come down here and share this information if I did not believe that you had a legitimate shot of doing well in voiceover. And I believe that each and every one of you do if you're willing to do the hard work. I was thinking about this over the weekend. It's really not so much becoming successful voiceover talent isn't so much about becoming a voiceover talent as much it is becoming the kind of person that can become a voiceover talent. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is a person who's resilient, a person who acts fearlessly. They're not fearless. They may be terrified, but they act fearlessly. They take action. They follow direction. They do the things that they need to do. Those are the people. I don't even need to know what their skill set is because if they have those qualities, they'll figure out the rest of it and they will get there. And I don't think that's talked about enough. But if you're willing to do the hard things, if you're willing to go against the grain of what your mind, your brain is trying to tell you, is trying to warn you, danger, danger, bail out, bail out. You're going to embarrass yourself. Why would you think you could possibly do this? If you're willing to override that system in your brain and just go forward anyhow, then you've got a bright future ahead of you. If not, then you'll keep repeating the same cycle over and over again when it comes to not just voiceover, but anything that's new that you're excited about doing that you haven't done before. Um, so that's my message for you on this Motivational Monday. First of all, that you can do it, but it only happens if you're willing to, walk through the things, that land of incompetence where you don't know, you don't know, you don't know, and you don't know that you don't know. And it can feel scary and it can be frustrating at times, but boy, the payoff's fantastic. But that's the only way that you succeed at anything, not just voiceover. And I know you guys have all experienced those kind of different kind of things in your life, and you know that from experience, but the same thing applies to voiceover. And I just want to let you know before I wrap up my time here that you can do it, but you've got to become the kind of person that can do it, the kind of person that's willing to take on that hard work, the kind of person that's willing to walk down a path they've never been before, uh, while being terrified, with the hope and belief deep down inside that if you keep moving forward, good things are going to happen, because they will. They absolutely will. If you haven't yet, make sure you check in on the live chat and let me know where you're watching and listening from this morning. I'm going to do a few shout outs right now. Let's see who we've got on. Nephi, what's going on in Knoxville? John in Denver. Oh, by the way, congrats to all my Eagles and Chiefs fans out there, because it looks like there's going to be an Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl. I don't even know that I'm going to watch it. Maybe, maybe not. Neither teams have hold any interest for me, but that's just that's just the way it is. I'm right now. I'm looking forward to baseball season. I'm hoping the Reds can do something, and then we'll see about next football season. It was fun watching Ohio State win a national championship, and I do wish those of you who are Chiefs fans and Eagles fans luck. Hopefully, things will work out for you. Although I know only one team can win, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Paul in Arkansas, Mark in Montreal, Jason. Happy Motivational Monday to you in Kearney, Nebraska. Jim in Memphis, Slett in Newark, Delaware. GS checking in from Longview, Washington. Rusty in the UP of Michigan. Joe, what's happening in the UK? Nancy in Yankton, South Dakota. Hey, Mary, what's going on? Looks like we got an Eagles fan with us checking in from New Jersey. Terry, what's happening in sunny Falston, Maryland? Zach, hello, in Fargo. Corey in Whitehall, Wisconsin. Mike in Toronto. And the other Mike in Grants Pass, Oregon. We've got Buddy. Let's see here. Oops, let me scroll up here. Let's see. Where are you, Buddy? Back up, back up, back up, back. Man, my goodness, lots of comments, and this thing is scrolling faster than I can read. Buddy, good morning to you. Bittersweet Monday, Buffalo lost, and this is your last week conducting these huddles. That's a lot. That's a lot for 1 week, isn't it? Guess it's time for another pot of coffee. There you go, buddy. That's always my answer to those kind of situations, too. Sarah in Kentucky, Wayne in Port Orchard, Washington, Kirk, Greenville, South Carolina, Monty in South Carolina, Ethan in Toronto, Edward in New York City, Jim in Grable, Indiana. We got Phoenix checking in, Phil in Tokyo, Andrew in sunny Devon, UK. Keep up the great work. Stay healthy. Thank you, Andrew. Hey, Rick in Minneapolis. Almost said Indianapolis. David in Hamilton, Ontario. Ron in Grand Haven, Michigan. Rob says 19 degrees and severe clear here in Loveland. Plenty motivated to go into the booth this morning. Bill in Santa Cruz. Spencer in thawed out Houston. John in Rhinebeck. Andrew in Latvia. Kathleen, hello to you, and you have a good week as well. Becky showing up with no regrets in Michigan, aka the Mitten. Phil, good morning. It's a Raise the Bar Day in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Thanks to your tutelage, I have 3 contracts for audiobooks in the first 3 weeks of January. Phil, that's fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that and hope you're doing well. Lucius, I just got to find your channel and now you are leaving. Poop. Well, I thank you. I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, and I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm retiring from voiceover training, and but Mike Hathcote will be here to lead you forward beginning on Monday. Joe Lee, how are you doing? DeCarlos in Las Vegas. Vince is in much warmer Palm Bay, Florida. Marla in Texas, gonna miss you. Oh, thank you, Marla. Mike says, good morning and much gratitude for everything in Calgary. Thank you, Mike. Sarah says, your morning messages here definitely encouraged me and provided valuable information. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Melissa, hello to you in San Diego. Tracy in Rochester, Minnesota. James says, you look marvelous. Thank you, James. Theo says, greetings from the back seat of the bus, cruising through the city streets of downtown Chicago. We can do this, y'all. That's right, Theo. Have a good day. Ali says, I really wish I was in the U.S. right now because I want to break into animation, anime, and video games. I wish such opportunities were here in Pakistan. Just keep in mind, it is a global, I understand what you're saying. It is a global market, and I wouldn't count out opportunities in other countries because there's a need for such a broad variety of voice actors. Alex in Utah, Mero, good morning to you in New Jersey. You've helped me so much over the years. Thank you for all you've shared with us. You are a special human. Mero, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. John in Memphis, thanks for what you have done for this channel. You'll be missed, my VO friend. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Joy says, good morning, everyone from sunny but freezing Southfield, Michigan, where the wind chill is 9 above zero. Really? Really? Hello, Keith. I'm coming back to VoiceOver Blueprint ASAP. I've done a video commercial demo with Mike. I'll be doing a narration video soon. You're an incredible teacher. Thank you. Thank you, Keith. Hey, Johnny in Florida, turning the corner with little kids all day seems impossible, but trying to keep believing. There you go. Sandra, Worthington, Ohio, sad to see you go. You're a part of my morning routine. Thank you for all you've shared. May your next chapter be a blessing to you and your family. Thank you, Sandra. I know you've been here for a long time. I appreciate those kind words. Shaney says, good morning from Alton, Illinois. Welcome back, Shaney. Hey, Daisha, good morning from an incredibly sad Buffalo, New York. Yeah, I remember back like in the 90s, back when I lived in Ohio and was really following the Bengals closely. And I remember, didn't New York did they lose like 4 Super Bowls in a row, or was it the AFC playoffs? And I remember the last time it was missed what should have been, I think, an easy field goal. And I know there's a documentary out about it, but Buffalo, I think it was 4 times they were denied. I was pulling for you guys yesterday. I got to be honest. Jay King says, good morning, everybody. Hey, from South Carolina. Thanks to you, I booked my first voiceover gig. Whoa! There is a very loud voiceover bell of success. That's fantastic. He can't believe it. Hey, believe it. And it's the beginning of what's going to be a very exciting career for you. And I'm so happy for you. JR and Cloudy Austin, happy Motivational Monday. Dale, encouraging and motivational as ever. Thank you, Bill. Wishing you and everyone here a great productive week. It's Dale in Sussex, UK. Thank you, Dale. Greetings from the mountains of India. Well, glad you're here today. Thank you. Andrew, listening to the early part of today's episode about going for it. My motto in life is go wrong with confidence. There you go. Hey, John, overcoming what the mind tells you negatively. Yes. Mandy, Chester Springs, Pennsylvania. We're going to miss you, Bill. Go Birds. Thank you, Mandy. Going to miss you too. It's Sandra in Dallas, Fort Worth. Thank you for all the wonderful VO information. Wishing you all the best. Thank you, Sandra. Chris, go Chiefs. Yeah. How about those Chiefs, man? You guys, that's a hard team to beat. Has been for several years now. Unless it was like, during the playoffs when you guys played third stringers, then it was a blowout. But aside from that, you guys are pretty much unbeatable, I think. Jim says, while I'm trying to make it, I'm having to get work and cover the bills. Of course. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I get that. Let's see here. Columbus, Ohio checking in. All right, go Bucks. Jason starting that last week strong. That was awesome, Bill. Thank you. All right, Jason. Hey, Dory in Maryland. Kristen in Atlanta says, hit that like button. LaShonda in Houston, Texas. Good morning, LaShonda. Scotty, what's going on? In Brookings, South Dakota. He says, thanks for the wisdom. Thank you, Scotty. Good morning, another Joe from New York. All right, Joe. Samuel in Baton Rouge. Thank you. Hey, John, enjoy your new venture on this last day. You'll be missed, but we know that we are in capable hands with Mike Hathcote. Yes. Now I'll be here through this week, but yeah, starting next Monday. Wally says, thanks, Bill. I am and have always been successful in life because I decide to be. The decision is paramount. It's up to me. That's right. That's right, Wally. Harold says, none will ever take your place. Well, thank you, Harold. I appreciate the kind words. Beth in snowy California, high desert. Joy, to be honest, I don't know which team to root for, Eagles or Chiefs. Yeah. Well, I figure we've seen the Chiefs so many times. I'm ready to see somebody else, I think, win a Super Bowl. But like I said, I don't even know that I'll watch. It doesn't mean that much to me at this point. John says, are you crazy? You must watch the Super Bowl for TV commercials alone. I worked for Super Bowls. That's right, John. You've worked a lot of games over the course of your illustrious career. Yeah, you know what? And for the commercials, maybe. And I can always watch those on YouTube later. But yeah. No, I hear you. Marla says, don't forget to buy that book. Oh, yeah, I didn't mention it, did I? There's a link below in the description. Get paid using your voice. Christopher says, good morning, Bill. Chris from Houston. Thanks for your help with my pro demo. Such a great experience. It came out great. Well, Chris, good work. Proud of what you did. Fantastic. And, for those of you who, I've worked with in producing demos, that's a real pleasure because that's when I really get a chance to get hands-on and help you create something that really makes an immediate impact. Because what the demo does, not to go down another rabbit hole here, but the demo opens up doors of opportunity that nothing else can. And that's the point where you get opportunities. It's all through the demo. So Chris, it'll be exciting to see, how things open up for you going forward. Hey, Shani says, I joined late. Are you done with YouTube? If so, thank you so much. You've taught me so much. Forever grateful for your wisdom. Yeah, I'll be wrapping up things on this channel at the end of this week. Marlon says, happy Monday from Ohio. Hey, Marlon. It's Nicole from freezing Atlanta. Now, Nicole, you live in Atlanta. I'm in Chicago, so I'm going to guess that our definitions of freezing probably differ a little bit, but I get it. I get it. Whatever you've adjusted to, turn the thermostat down about 30 degrees, and you're going to feel it. That's for sure. Robert says, good morning from Brooklyn. I'm so glad to have found you. I'm going to miss you in the mornings. Thank you, Robert. Let's see. Ralph says, enjoying your wisdom along with my substitute for Michigan cherry coffee. Yeah, I'm drinking a substitute this morning too. It's been snowing in Atlanta. Are you kidding me? Okay, that is cold for Atlanta. That's really cold. Hey guys, thanks again. Have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you tomorrow morning, same time. Bye-bye.